Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another YouTube video with your boy Pollux the Wise. Now, today's episode is going to revolve around downloading and installing the Kingdom Rush ReeVengeance mod. A couple of people have kind of approached me and asked me about how to do this, despite the fact that Functional Function already uploaded a video explaining how to do it. So, not to kind of go over exactly what he's done, but unfortunately, I don't see any other better way to kind of get people off my back as far as how to download and install this mod. So that's what we're going to be doing today, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to be walking you through how to get this mod installed on your PC. Just a couple things to note before we do that. The first thing you're going to want to do is make sure that you have a PC to run this on. Mac, it's going to be a pretty similar process, but there's a comment down in Functional Functions video as far as how you're supposed to drag and install each folder of the mod into your file explorer. And the Real Morgan's posted a comment down in Functional Functions video here, which we're going to actually go ahead and click on real quick. And yeah, you can see that there. If you're on Mac, drag each individual smaller file from the mod into the respective folder and spot for KRV. You have to do it manually, and it's the only way to get it to work on Mac. It took him about 5 to 10 minutes, which isn't actually terribly bad. So let's go ahead real quick, and like I said, you want to make sure that you have a copy of the game on Steam. It's not going to work on mobile, unfortunately, guys, at least as far as I'm aware. So with that being said, there is a link to the Kingdom Rush ReeVengeance Discord server. If you guys have Discord and you're still having troubles after this video, I would highly recommend joining the server. Eris Draco and MMLH would probably be happy to help you. There's a bunch of other people on that server happy to help you, but hopefully this video does the trick for you. But if not, definitely join that server if you guys have the capability to do that. Next, we're going to take a look at the drive that contains the modded files here. We're going to go ahead and click on this. Guys, I promise you this isn't a virus, okay? I'm on my gaming PC right now, which is pretty expensive as far as the setup is concerned. And I can promise you, having done this once before myself and about to do it a second time, none of these folders contain a virus, okay? If they did, that would be pretty scummy, but they don't, at least to my knowledge. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to go ahead and right-click to open up this drop-down menu. We're going to go ahead and click Download for both of these files. So let's go ahead and do that. So it says zipping one file, and you should see it eventually say one file zipped, and then another file zipped, and you'll see that appear in your downloads hotbar here once it's done. It's in the process of doing the other one right now. We'll wait a second. Hopefully it should not take too terribly long. But the files are rather extensive as far as what changes were made. And it's taking its sweet time doing it. Come on, buddy. Okay. I'm only seeing the one. Well, anyways, we should have both now. Let's go to downloads. Nope, there's only the one. KR4_PC. And I accidentally exited out of the... Okay, great. That's just great. Well, no worries. We can just get back to the exact same folder. Okay, so we got KR4PC. Let's try and get KR4 now. That should have worked. So now it says KR4 has been downloaded. Okay, perfect. Of course, trust the one time that I'm trying to download this and show this to you guys that it failed on the download. I kind of find that funny. But anyways, so you should have these two folders here in your downloads. Now, the next thing you're going to want to do is extract the files. Now, there's a couple different ways that you can do this. I recommend personally just saying extract files. And then basically what you're going to want to do, you're going to see like this whole rigmarole set up right here. What you're going to want to click on and make sure that you're in is this PC. You're going to want to go to Windows C, in parentheses. You're going to want to start here. This is going to be your first stop, if you will. The next thing you're going to want to do is go to Program, Files, and then in parentheses x86. So expand that, if you will. Thought I clicked on it, but apparently not. So then you're going to see all of this jazz open up. You're going to want to find Steam. So here's Steam. We're going to go ahead and click on it to expand it. We're going to scroll down, find Steam Apps. So that's STEAM, basically the word Steam with the word apps on the end of it, APPS. Then you're going to want to go to Common and expand that. If you have to scroll over just a little bit to find the files you're looking for, that's okay too. And then basically at this point, you can just click on Kingdom Rush Vengeance. And you should be at the right spot if you go up here to this destination path. So at this point, you can say extract and replace files, extract and update files, or fresh existing files only. I would extract and replace the files. Because if you need to reset your files, I will also show you guys how to do that so you have the original game as well. So let's go ahead and click OK. So then it says the following file already exists. Would you like to replace the existing file with this one? I'm going to go ahead and click yes to all. So once we do that, we're just going to wait a few seconds here. Exit out of the File Explorer, exit out of this, come to my lovely desktop image, and we're going to go ahead and click on Kingdom Rush Vengeance and open it. Now, one of the easiest ways that you can validate that you have the mod installed is to quickly go to Credits here, and somewhere in here you should see something along the lines of ReeVengeance Programmers. And boom, ReeVengeance Programmers, Aris Draco, and MMLH. And then you should also see something along the lines of ReeVengeance Testers, ReeVengeance Logo, and ReeVengeance Art. Not sure why it's not letting me scroll down any further, but this mod is prone to have some bugs, which is okay. There's lots of mods that have lots of bugs. It is what it is. But this is one of the best ways to quickly verify that you have the correct version of the game installed. So definitely make sure that you've got that. The second thing you're going to want to do is to go in and basically take a look at this whole tech tree here. I think there is a small error here. Some of these should have slightly different descriptions, such as this one. But it does cost 0, which already is a good sign. That's what it should cost to upgrade that, and it shouldn't do anything. Another way that you can verify that you've got the correct mod installed is to test out some of the heroes. Olak, for example, moves extremely fast in this mod. And the final thing that you're going to want to do to make sure that you've got the correct mod installed is to take a look at the wave composition. Doesn't seem like he's moving particularly fast, though. Maybe I'm just wrong. I could have sworn when I played the mod he was faster. Unless they did some updates, which is possible. So I'm guessing, let's see if I can find a level perhaps where some of the enemy wave composition was changed. Yeah, so this, for example, this level normally starts with a wave down here. So this is how you know that you've got the mod installed. You should see, like, different wave compositions. And the enemies should have different stats, too. 54 HP on impossible difficulty, by the way. 135. And their damage has been slightly upped here. Yeah, there's also 1 illusion. There should be 2. Definitely different from the vanilla game. And here's the Pit Lord, who has a 100% chance of spawning, by the way. Here are the Timbeer Gunmen. They have slightly increased damage and low magic resistance. They did not have that before. So yeah, this is how you guys know that the mod is basically working. And here we go. See the Quarry Workers? Clockwork Spiders now have magic resistance. They didn't have that before. So yeah, at this point, I'm pretty sure the mod's working. So now that we've done all that, let's say you get to this point and you say, okay, I've tried Kingdom Rush ReeVengeance, and I think it's absolutely terrible. Or you're just like, all right, but now I want to try modding the game myself and changing it to something different. Well, how do I reset my progress and get myself back to where I was originally with the game? You're going to want to go to Steam, and you're going to want to right-click and go to Manage. Actually, I apologize. You want to go to Properties. Excuse me. Go to Properties, and you should see something along the lines of local files, you're going to want to click on that, and you should see a screen that looks like this. You're going to want to click on Verify the Integrity of Game Files, and it's basically going to do its thing here for a little bit, just a couple seconds here. Hopefully shouldn't take too terribly long. 90 files failed to validate and will be reacquired. So now, this is the best part. Steam already automatically downloads the files that you need and just basically reinstalls it. So we can go ahead and click out of here. So it says downloads 1 out of 1 complete. Now, if we go back into the game, you want to make sure that you've closed the game by this point before you go back and verify the integrity of the files. Otherwise, it will probably not work. And now, one of the easiest ways that you can make sure you've gotten yourself back to square one is to scroll down here, and we should see none of the ReeVengeance stuff from before previously. So there we go. We cannot see any of the ReeVengeance programmers, artwork, etc., etc. And another way that you can verify that is now if we go into Kingdom Rush Vengeance, we stick with Olak, we go to Soul Upgrades, reset. Yep, this costs 1 again. Boom. Doesn't really matter. And let's just go into a level real quick. And now we can see that the wave starts from over here, and Olak moves slow as shit. So in any case, this is how you download and install the Kingdom Rush ReeVengeance mod. Hopefully this helped you guys for anybody who was having some difficulty with it. Like I said, you are going to want to make sure that you have a copy of the game on Steam. If you do not, this is not going to work. So definitely make sure you have a copy of the game on Steam, and definitely make sure that you guys take the time to properly follow these steps if you want to enjoy this mod for yourself. In any case, I will hopefully see you guys all in the next YouTube video. This is Pollux the Wise, and peace out.